All right, so you've gotten this far. We talked a lot about documentation. We talked a lot about process. We talked a lot about rates, what to do, what not to do, terms to be aware of throughout the process. Let's just talk about big picture process. What does my realtor do? What does my loan officer do? How does it all work together? Just give me the story.
Yeah, so the loan officer's initial job is to get the pre-approval to you so that it basically shows when you make your offer, the person selling the house sees, oh, he's pre-approved. That means that this person can actually buy the house and everything's been verified. So that's the first step that the loan officer does. Then your realtor, their whole job is to find you the house pretty much. So they're going to be helping you find homes on the market that fit within that budget, take you out to see them. And then really good realtors will walk you through the house and point out things like, hey, this might be an issue. They might know more about maintenance and those kind of things to help you make that decision if, is the house in good shape or not. But then the next thing the realtor does, and they should be doing this in tandem with the loan officer, is if you find the house you like, you want to make your offer, coming up with the right offer. And the reason that you want a good offer is in today's market, there could be 5 or 6 other people offering on the same home. How do you make your offer more competitive? So the ways that we can help you make your offer competitive at Tide Lending is you have your loan officer call the listing agent, talk to them and hype you up and talk about everything they verified so that they're very comfortable with it and comfortable with the process. We can also make sure we're checking for, hey, how do we structure the contract? So let's say you have extra money and you have to go over asking. Can we go over asking with an appraisal gap coverage or with an appraisal waiver? These are all things that you're going to talk through with your loan officer as you're looking at these different homes. So then once you decide on, I want to make an offer and I know the best offer I can make to win, the realtor is going to actually submit the offer and the contract. You're going to sign it. They're going to send it to the seller. If the seller accepts it, they're going to sign it and send it back. Now, from that point on, the loan officer and the lender's job is to, okay, now we need to get your loan approved before closing so that we can fund it on time and get the seller their money on time and all those things. So at that point, the loan officer is going to be in constant contact with you to get that loan across the finish line until they need anything else. Now, most of the stuff that you provided on the pre-approval letter normally can be used and you might not have to submit much else. But sometimes if it's a more complicated scenario, we might need more stuff from you.
Yeah, that makes sense. No, I just think it's important to know that the realtor and the loan officer each serve their very unique purpose throughout the process, but making sure, like we always make sure that we're in sync with the agent. So whether it's an agent that we work with all the time, that we know each other's process and it moves smoothly, or whether it's a first-time agent because it's, the customer is using someone that they're comfortable with, either way, our communication behind the scenes does not stop, whether it's with the listing agent, whether it's with the buyer's agent, the title company. We do all that heavy lifting for the customer. So the customer is not needing to quarterback their own transaction.
Right.
The customer is providing the details and providing the documentation for their transaction, but we'll quarterback that thing from start to finish all the way to the closing table.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then pretty much once you get in contract, the next big milestones with your realtor are probably, they usually are the ones that coordinate the home inspection. So they're going to make sure there's nothing wrong with the house, the foundation, the roof, those kind of things. And then they're also going to be helping you negotiate from that point forward. So like some realtors, they'll help you with, hey, there's a couple things wrong with the house that they didn't tell us about. Let's ask them for $5,000 concession, so that helps you fix that stuff when you move in. So that stuff happens with the realtor, but the loan officer, they're getting the loan across the finish line and making sure that everything's good to go.
Yeah, I think that's a good distinction for a first-time home buyer, is knowing that like my realtor is my negotiator and they're the person that's representing me, that's helping me figure out the details of the actual purchase I'm making of the house. My loan officer is the one that's securing all the money and everything with the title company and ensuring that once those details are secure, we're executing that by the timeline. Right. And the money is going to show up on that day that it needs to show up.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. And then just being communication wise, you want a loan officer that's going to be, they get back to you right away. If you call, they answer. Some of these banks out here, the problem is like, you try to get a hold of them and it might take you 3 days to get a hold of somebody. So I think it makes a lot of sense to think about that side of things on top of maybe just the program and the rate and those kind of things. Like think about who's actually going to be there to walk you through everything.
Yeah, we always say like we work when you don't, and because the realtors do, so do we. Like we're their partner in this because we each carry a piece to the puzzle. So if it's a Friday night or if it's a Saturday, and that's when people are looking at homes, we're available if that's when they need either a pre-approval letter or they need detailed numbers run to make sure that they can afford it before they make an offer. Like availability is key.